Welcome to the Andersen Installation Materials Calculator demo. This tool will allow you to simply upload your XML file from your Andersen Quote tool, or you'll also have the ability to manually create a new project and enter individual units. The tool will calculate an estimate of the required installation materials needed to properly install your Andersen Windows and doors based on product installation guides. The installation materials calculator will also calculate optional materials that you may need to complete your Andersen window or door installation project. Let's get started. As you can see, there are 3 buttons located along the top. The first button allows you to upload your XML file created from your order in the Andersen Quote tool. This is a local folder that you have created on your computer. Simply select the quote file in which you would like to calculate the installation materials and click Open. You will need to select the gloss level and the color for the optional coil stock materials and then select Continue. The coil stock is an optional material and will be calculated by default. Now that you have uploaded your XML file, the tool has calculated all standard and optional materials needed for your project. First, at the top of the tool window is a total list of all materials that you will need for all projects that you have uploaded into the current session. The second area is at the bottom of the tool window, where each specific project file has been separated out. You have the ability to add and calculate additional projects by following the same XML upload process as previously defined. Once you have calculated a project in your session, you will be able to open the project, review the installation materials for the project, and also print out several different reports. These reports may help you when ordering, organizing, and/or setting up the job site with the appropriate quantity and length of materials for each window or patio door installation. The Installation Materials Calculator also has a feature that calculates the drip cap lengths required for each unit on the project. This feature optimizes the cuts for each of the units from one of the lineal lengths that will be identified on the order sheet. These lineal lengths are 72 inches, 120 inches, and 151 1/2 inches. Each unit will have one single drip cap piece unless the overall unit width exceeds the 151 1/2 inch length, and then the optimizer will calculate an additional piece, including the overlap length, for proper installation. The second button is a Clear All button, allowing you to start from the beginning. And the third button at the top gives you the flexibility to build your own window or patio door project list. This is important if you don't have an XML file from an Andersen Quote tool to start with. To do this, click on the Create and Manage Projects button. A new window will open, and within this window you can create a project. The following steps will guide you through creating a project and adding units. First, type into the project name field the description of your project and select Save. This will store your project and allow you to recall the project at a later date if needed. Select the gloss level and the color for the optional coil stock materials. Add windows or doors to the project by selecting Add Unit to Project for each unit you would like to add. Input unit description. Input the quantity of units for each line in your project. Input the width and height dimensions for each line in your project. Select the color, type, and shape for each line in your project. Select the Save or Delete button for each line in your project. Finally, select the Calculate Project Materials to include this project into your session. Each project in your session will now be listed individually at the bottom of your session screen, and you can open each project to review or print any of the reports discussed earlier. All custom created projects will be available for edits and reporting until a time when you delete the project from your list. This completes your overview session of the Installation Materials Calculator, and thank you for choosing Andersen Windows and Doors.